Hi, this is Lotus Globe once again, contacting from my great pod in the sky, my great space pod from Galactic Center. I realize it's been a while since I've made a video for my blog, so I figured this is the appropriate time to do so because recently I had another one of my episodes. I had another episode that was set off by trauma, and I had wanted to bring it up, not not simply as a means of just like venting, but like solutions that I've been finally discovering that have seemed to take forever for me to find. So Mary Magdeline has been a very, very prominent figure in my life as of late. And no, I am not a Christian, nor am I a born-again Christian in any sense. But the Tantra work that I've been doing last week with Sasha has really brought, some very long buried problems to light. And now it's like years of projecting and constantly trying to find a surrogate mother figure are now finally coming to a close. Looks like that cycle is finally coming to a close. And I'm saying this right now in the midst of some great pain and agony because I woke up, actually last night I got out of the shower, and as I was drying my hair, I started feeling this searing, burning sensation that I'm still feeling quite a bit today. It's not as bad as last night, but I've been feeling it all throughout my right arm. And I don't know what it is, but I know that there's like more mechanical problems that contributed to this, but the fact that I ride my bike a lot, and now it's October and the weather has been getting colder, so that's been affecting my ability to bike. And I've been feeling this slight swelling sensation up here in my right shoulder for at least maybe a week or two. So I feel that now this has really, really started to become an offshoot of that. But whatever the case may be, the main issue that I wanted to touch on is that I feel that there's also a psychosomatic problem linked to this, and it has to do with the fact that, recently I was pursuing a relationship with a girl who goes to the club that I work at, and found myself deluded again as I discovered that, I started feeling those feelings of warmth and affection, and then they started to emerge as pride, and it's that familiar pride that I experience where I'm just like on top of the world, and I feel that, this woman that I'm with automatically feels that I'm special, and that, and that she's going to satisfy the needs that my mother was never able to satisfy growing up. Well, that's just the problem, and that's why Mary Magdeline has been so important now in my life, because I realized for a very long time now that I can't find a surrogate mother figure in flesh and blood form. I can't keep searching for girls like that in, the vein of romance, because let's face it, I end up draining that person's energy over time. And I think that that other person realizes that. And because I'm such an emotionally needy person, I have those tendencies to do that. But I hope now at this point, working with Mary Magdeline is really, really going to help that all out. Now, see, here's how I've come to discover Mary Magdeline finally. It was when I popped open my Bradley Toposky book again and started reading up on her relationship with Jesus and discovered, that there is obviously an untold story in the Bible about her and how her relationship with Jesus was very symbolic of a type of love in which inner knowledge was to be unveiled. See, the trouble with romantic love is that there's always this obsessiveness with another person in which you project this god or goddess figure onto them and you think that they're going to fulfill everything that is heaven sent, and then you get smacked in the face realizing that that person is still a human. So I feel that Mary Magdalene's symbolism in the Bible is that of, this divine mother who is linking the material and spiritual realms together, because that's the key to really, really, unlocking my creative potential, to really, really unlock the keys to whatever desires I have yet to fulfill, and to realize that I have this capacity to fulfill them within myself. That's what that inner knowledge and opening up the third eye is all about. And Mary and Jesus' relationship, their love for each other, was all about that. It was about transcending the entrapments of erotic love, which usually result in lust and infatuation and, possessiveness over another and lack of boundaries, and just reaching up into this higher four-dimensional realm, where they could both experience themselves in that state of being and realize that both were beautiful in their own image. And I had a very powerful vision myself of Mary Magdalene when I was lying on that table last week, and Sasha was doing, when she was anointing me with all these essential oils and working with my chakras, I had this vision that I was sitting down by a lake, and Mary Magdalene was sitting there. My head was lying in her lap, cradled in her lap, and she was there whispering